Hey, what's up? You're tuning into Info Warriors.
Property in the South China Sea, we're not going to put too much heat on you. Aren't you breaking one of your own negotiating rules?
No, I think that, frankly, North Korea is maybe more important than trade. Trade is very important. But massive warfare?
I guess if we don't have World War III and kill everybody on the planet, you could say that's better.
As you heard from Alex Jones and Donald J. Trump, we are real news. We are not fake. We're not CNN. We're not Fox. We're here to tell the truth and nothing but the truth. Info Warriors 1630. You're listening in.
Hey, what's up? This is Info Warriors for you. This is Philly right here in the building. We are not doing 1630 AM. We are on YouTube. We are live, actually live at the moment.
Yep,
We're going to talk about. Go for it.
We are on the road to YouTube and nothing but YouTube. We're trying to get onto podcasts, but for now, we're just giving you the lowdown on YouTube. Please subscribe so you could hear nothing but real news right here at Info Warriors. So we're starting off with Daily Mail. This is dailymail.co.uk, and this is more evidence cannabis can make your teeth fall out. Smoking weed increases the risk of severe gum disease, study warns. It's insane because before they were trying to make a case that there's nothing wrong with marijuana, but now we see evidence that there's a case going on right now that has an issue, and it's with the gum disease now. So Philly, your takes on this?
You know what, man? It could. Okay. You know what? I picked this article. It's very catchy.
Okay.
What?
No. I just, for the listeners out there that are listening in, Philly is really known for, doing our research. He is the guy that I lean on all this research. So anything that has to do with real news and real facts, it's this guy. So that's why these are all the websites that he picks for me, and I just kind of wander off and, just as you guys do. So I encourage you guys to look at these websites as well. And hopefully we'll start leaving links down below on our YouTube channel so you guys could check that out. So, Philly, continue.
Anyways, I had this topic right here because, people say marijuana is bad. It depends on the actual individual. It's, an individual. We're all different. Sometimes, weed is actually good for us. Sometimes it can be bad, and this is the evidence right here, which is Daily Mail UK is actually the best source, actually. So this is something that you guys need to look into. I like to have an open, broad mind to, to get that understanding of, any news that comes across through my mind. As we speak, I do not have a piece of paper in front of me. And I love to have these topics in front of my boy Sky so he can get himself thinking. So this article right here is true, actually, if you like it or not. But that's pretty much it. When I have my takes, it just depends on, like I said, gum disease. It depends on if they put chemicals in the marijuana. That's going to be legalized in the basically in the West Coast region, I'd say. It says right here, more evidence cannabis can make your teeth fall out. Smoking increasing severe gum disease. Study warns. So it depends on what they actually put in there, or if it's natural, I think it'd be fine. But if it's geoengineered, we got a problem. And then there will be problems later on, and so on and so on. But Cheech and Chong, their teeth are okay. Maybe they've been using natural stuff, but if you use the engineered stuff, eventually everything in your body, it all connects to you in your bloodstream. Everything just, it will be in effect 100%. So you always got to be careful with your body, and always do your research, what you're eating, the ingredients, what you eat, and that's pretty much it, really, when it comes down to. Just be careful, everybody. If anybody does this, be careful if you have GMOs, genetically modified marijuana in your system. Just be careful.
That's true.
That's my take on that.
I agree with you. I mean, a lot of what you said is it's really a fact known thing. It's you mentioned Cheech and Chong, and I kind of realized, yeah, they've been doing it for a long time, and then so has Snoop Dogg and so many other rap artists out there. So it's one of those things where it's possible that it's genetically modified. It's not all organic. It's not all healthy. There's thing in the marijuana that can actually affect your teeth, like our water. Our water
That's
has
right, fluoride.
yep, it has so
Fluoride
much
water,
fluoride.
yeah.
It's unhealthy. You could sit there and say, "Oh, it's clear water," but what you got to do your research to find out what you're really drinking, because it might not even, it might seem like taste like water, but some things could be deceiving to your body. So I encourage you to do research.
That's
Um,
right.
yep. And also, I just want to give a shout out to Tom's toothpaste. Really great toothpaste. Get the one that's non-fluoride. I love the brand. I love that they listen to the customers. They actually really care about customers. They know that some people don't like fluoride, and so they take that away from the the toothpaste. So I give them love for that.
That's amazing, 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 my friend.
Yeah, and you know
Glad
what? It's funny because you're the one that brought it up at first. You used to be in the restroom brushing your teeth with when I would come into the radio or close to it. So I think that was
Yeah.
pretty interesting.
Mhm. You got that right.
You know what though?
You
I
know,
think I think you were one of those students that just loves learning because you basically did everything like the school was your own house. So I feel like that's how much you love the school, like education and learning, especially from great mentors over there. So,
mhm.
that's
Got that right.
yeah, that's my take on there, Philly. So let's move on to a new subject. This is coming from RT. My boy Philly just threw this at me. Civil rights group sues U.S. government over treatment of immigrants in detention. Okay. So I'm kind of reading into this, but I don't have an understanding of Philly. Anything you want to speak about this, or you just want me to read, or what's going on, brother?
Just read it, and then I'm gonna look into it as well.
Okay, so a lawsuit is seeking documents on hunger strike at immigration detention centers run by Department of Homeland Security. The American Civil Liberties Union has said the civil rights group said these hunger strike protests call attention to inhumane detention conditions and the lack access to bond hearings. The lawsuit filed the U.S. District Court in D.C. seeks documents on DHS policies and records and specific incidents related to hunger strikes and detainees' refusal to eat. Wow. My issue is so they're refusing to eat. The detained the detainees phone calls to Adelanto Immigration Detention Center. Sick. There. Wait, Adelanto? That's in California.
Yeah, look what I told you, bro.
Right.
So I said that's where they're doing all that Los Angeles. Like I said, the Los Angeles greater area. That's what I'm saying.
Isn't Adelanto San Bernardino district?
No, that would be Los Angeles, dude. It's Los Angeles area, they said.
Oh.
Los Angeles areas.
Oh. Okay.
So that's an hour away from us, actually. So yeah.
Okay, so it's telling us right here. Last month, hunger strikes were organized in Georgia, Oregon, and Washington. So this is basically it's a whole nationwide. I'm guessing because it's it's spreading. So my issue is why are they going on hunger strikes? Is there a reason for this? Is it because of immigration reasons?
Probably.
Because all I see right here, a lawsuit is seeking documents on hunger strikes at immigration detention centers run by the Department of Homeland Security. So okay, yeah, it's possible. It's an immigration. It says
It is that. immigration is a big problem in the United States, but here's my point.
And
It
it,
actually really, at the
mhm.
same time, it is, and at the same time, it isn't.
Okay.
Our debt goes into that, and our debt also goes to war. The war that we like, we keep on, what do you call it? We keep on doing bad trade deals. We let people come in here just like nothing. We have the welfare system, and then we have other illegal programs that are actually going to be taken away, actually, which we will talk about that a little later. There's
Okay.
about 66 programs that Donald's actually going to do, and he's actually going to take them out, and if not, he's going to cut them in half. So there's a lot to be. This country was under the democratic system, the slavery system, where it's like everything that if you're not even from here, it's like, okay, let the Americans pay for it, and let us be more in debt. Let the Americans pay as much as they pay more, and it's okay. It's okay, son. I'm gonna pat you on the back. That's to me that's not okay. You know, I don't know, man. It's just it's pathetic.
Okay, but I'm looking at this right now as you were speaking, and it said, this is in the same article. It's saying in the complaint, the ACLU said in April 2014 it sued ICE for putting hunger strikes in solitary confinement at the Northwest Detention Center in Tacoma. So yeah, so ICE is getting sued because they're putting hunger strikes in solitary confinement. So yeah, I guess instead of supporting helping the people going on hunger strikes, they're just kind of ignoring the fact that they're killing themselves in some, Gandhi method. So it's kind of displeasing to hear, especially when you don't want anyone to die, but you want people to understand what's going on. Wait,
That's right.
yeah, immigration detainees abused in Georgia. If you go all the way in the bottom, you see like a YouTube video. Do you see that?
Yeah, I see that.
I don't understand what's going on here. I mean, is this the work of good or is this the work of bad? Because I mean, they're detained, but yet they're not being treated right.
You know what they're probably doing? They're probably saying, why are you here? Why are you breaking the law? What was your purpose of being here? What they're doing is probably asking them questions.
You see,
Why you know
uh-huh,
what I mean? I
yeah,
think that's what's going on here, because that's what I'm kind of visualizing in this picture. You guys can go on RT.com. People say it's fake news, but it's not actually. There's a lot of on my other shows way back when, I think a couple months ago, I almost got attacked by the Zika virus, a mosquito. I'm still traumatized, guys. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm still traumatized. Actually, even RT, was it RT talked about it, or no, yeah, it was I believe it was RT, and oh my, no, Breitbart. It was Breitbart.com
yeah. I
actually,
think it was, yeah, most likely it was
but
Breitbart.
Breitbart.com. And,
Yep.
oh my goodness, it still shocks me to that day. But you got to be careful where you get your news. But definitely there was research flying around me, and then I smacked it, and I didn't get bit or anything like that. So very honored and blessed that I didn't get hit at all. So there was a reason why I didn't get hit. And if I did, we wouldn't be doing this. So there's a good purpose of us doing this right now at the moment.
Yeah,
So
that's
yeah,
true. I agree with you. And it's funny because before the Zika, there was another virus going around that was a body virus. It was called the Ebola. It,
yeah,
it,
that's actually man-made, bro.
yeah, no, but the funny thing is, we made it so big that people were afraid of going outside their homes. Even though people were getting upset because they brought it to Texas, then it started spreading. Now, and now we're hearing that nobody's talking about it. What's going on? And I do believe it's man-made because it feels like it was a virus that was meant to accidentally go into the whole United States. Maybe that was one of the globalist plan, but it didn't go follow through like they wanted it to, and so they had to end it. It felt like, oh, let's just shut the doors, forget about Ebola, let's just pretend it never happened because nobody speaks about it no more. It's not like somebody's out there still talking about Ebola, you know.
Of course.
Yeah, now
Yep.
everybody's Zika virus or some new type of virus that's coming in that they're more worried about. But let's not forget, Ebola was one of those viruses that actually killed you rapidly. So,
That's right.
yeah, so it kind of pisses me off. Um, but it's funny, right here on the same article, RT, it says, the ACLU is an evil, destructive organization, just another group of advocates for individual freedom and justice for people. But when you actually look at what they want, it leads to nothing but the destruction of your country and the end of your freedoms. That's true, I agree. And then some guy comment on there, if you see it says orange bulb, and he said another Soros sponsor group. Sick.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's all sponsored by Soros. You could tell it is. This is all just a way to attack
Yeah.
its nation. Yeah, because that's what they want to do. They want to attack the heart of the nation so they could feel like, the ones behind the media are always right, which they're not.
Got that right.
Because if they,
Got that right.
because if that was the case, then we would see Hillary in the White House today.
Mhm.
But that's not the case today, right? It's Donald J. Trump. Much respect. I call him the next JFK. But anywho, yeah, anywho, we're gonna take a quick PSA break. We'll be back here in the Info Warriors radio station or YouTube lineup. Yeah, so we're gonna do that right now. This message is for all those that listen to CNN, the news, everything that corrupts your mind. I encourage you to do research, find out if there is fake people out there. And when I mean fake, I mean the globalist, hiding things behind our backs. While we celebrate, we watch these TV shows and we watch entertainment, they're out there destroying, killing lives. And I really care for, knowing what's really going on and what can I do to stop it. We are the resistance. So there is hope out there. Don't think you're fighting alone, but you're fighting with many that believe the same. You are listening into Info Warriors.
Ladies and gentlemen, the very word secrecy is repugnant in a free and open society. And we are, as a people, inherently and historically opposed to secret societies, to secret oaths, and to secret proceedings.
Okay, we are back to the Info Warriors. Hi, welcome back to Info Warriors YouTube. So we're here, we're doing our thing, we're still back in this, so let's continue on all the news and everything we have. So this is kind of interesting. This is another RT website my good boy buddy of mine, Philly, just sent me. So it's ICE arrests nearly 200 illegal immigrants during 5-day operation in California. Wow, in California, 200 in 5 days. What does that tell you, Philly?
Well, first of all, it's about time that
It's about...
No,
I don't.
I'm being honest.
I don't disagree.
Okay.
It's just funny how in 5 days, like, when did you ever hear about Obama ever doing this? When did you ever hear about George Bush doing this? This is actually pretty interesting.
Well, I'm not trying to kiss his Trump's butt, but here's the thing: Obama actually deported the most illegals in any president, actually. But here's the thing: let's see, Donald is the guy that actually likes to show everything, and the media shows everything for Donald. But when it comes to Democrats and stuff like that, they keep everything in the quiet. So he kept everything in the quiet. He actually deported people.
Yeah.
So he was Mr. Good. He was Mr. Goody Two Shoe good guy, and people didn't call him a racist then. But you know what I mean, and all that. So that so you have that actually going on. You guys can actually look that up.
No, I agree.
Whatever.
I seen an article on that as well that people I saw an article that was speaking about Donald J. Trump speaking about this is when he first became president that he was his one of his first things he wanted to do is send a lot of immigrants back to their lands, and then they kind of said people are getting very angry with Donald J. Trump when they don't realize that President Barack Obama nearly he doubled the amount of any president of immigrations. So it just makes you realize that, you know, President Barack Obama was doing the same thing. It's just that people, like you said, people liked him and he was a globalist guy. Nobody's going to go against a globalist. If you're on the same page, you're helping each other out. But see, that's where
Got that right?
yeah, that's why you know Donald J. Trump is not in the bandwagon because they're always corrupting him. They're trying to make up lies. They're you know you see the media, you see all these people that do Saturday Night Live. You see all these shows that you love watching. They always put them down. Even yeah, Saturday Night Live makes fun of them all the time. They even made a funny sketch on based on ICE invading this Mexican family, and they start laughing like it's a joke, but it's kind of sad because you know they're trying to make it sound like you know our president's bad and we should be rallying behind him. I believe that right now it's a time to rally behind him because look at what's going on with ISIS. It's not getting any better. And you people want to keep allowing immigrants in our nation? Why don't you, no disrespect, but if that's the case, why don't you guys just go with them, the immigrants, if you feel comfortable being around them? I mean, why bring them to our nation and destroy the heart of America? That's all I'm saying.
Just don't get, bro. I don't get how the fact that burning a United States flag is okay.
Yeah.
But then if you burn a Mexican flag in California or United States, whatever you're at, territory, they'll find it very offensive. And then, I'm like, wait a minute, hold on here. Where are we at right now? Hello? What's going on here?
Yeah.
I wouldn't want to burn any flag or disobey, whatever. Don't get me wrong, dude. I'm Mexican. I love the Mexican flag, but same time, is that gonna go first? No. The United States flag goes first.
Mm-hmm.
And plus, now I'm not gonna even. I was thinking about buying a Mexican flag. I was like, you know what? I'm not gonna do that because that flag is. I'm not gonna say it on here because I'm gonna have people listen, but I just don't. I feel like it's what do you call it? Certain country flags are just like communist, I'd say. The system, you guys can look that up, what the heck that means, but go look it up, communist, okay? The communist system, I guess, lower class, they're Democrat. The lower class is Democrat, and they don't get the whole thing, what they're actually doing behind their backs.
Right, and I completely agree with you. I just don't understand the whole concept of what's going on right now, especially when look at this happened. I would possibly say 5 years ago. Chris Jericho, when they went on tour, you know who Chris Jericho is, WWE, yeah, a wrestler. When they went to Brazil, he was a heel during the time. He was a bad guy, a bad wrestler, like the evil ones, but he was like a really good wrestler. Of course, he's still today. But what he did was he went to Brazil and he started making fun of the flag, and he brought the flag in the middle of the ring, and he was gonna burn it. And all the people in Brazil went crazy. They were trying to break the what do you call it? The wall from the ring. They were trying to break it down because there was reasons that they were gonna riot, and he had to apologize to the nation the next day that because they said they were really strong on their beliefs in Brazil. So it's insane how I wish America was like that, and you have immigrants all the time, like Philly said. It's okay for them to burn an American flag, but it's wrong if we burn any other flag. Like, are you kidding me? If I see somebody burn a Mexican flag, that's not gonna bother me. Granted, it'll be new to me because I've never seen anyone burn a Mexican flag. But yeah, that's how I see it as well. It's like It's just a flag. I mean, you treat our flag like nothing, we'll treat your flag like nothing. No disrespect. It's just a fair facts. Equality. And
Yeah,
that's the sad thing is they'll get offended, but if it's an American flag, it's like no one cares, but we do care. We just don't say anything.
that's right.
Yeah, it kind of does bother me too, man. But like I really wish we could see more other flags being burnt besides ours. Not in a negative way. It's just I wouldn't. You think that if we burn an ISIS flag in front of people, they'll be okay with that?
Well, that is actually pretty crazy when you say that.
Uh huh.
Um,
I'm
you
just.
already. I think you should know the answer of that one.
But there's that thing where they're recruiting regular people like you or me. Like it doesn't matter where you're
Yeah,
at.
22 years old. Yeah, I know. I seen on the news.
Yeah, so they're trying to recruit people from America, and I know there's people out there that have really they feel like they have nothing to live for, so they want to, go against their own nation. Even Mexicans maybe might be doing this because they're losing their rights here, or they might be getting sent back. So maybe there's people out there ready to fight. So I don't know.
I don't know either, but it's gonna be one hell of a battle whenever all this is over.
Yeah, I agree with you. So this article.
I just sent our show to Alex Jones and see if he watches it.
Oh, that would be incredible. He throws us on there. Yeah, man. I mean, it would be nice. We should let him know. Message him the password.
No, where's he
No,
gonna
no,
put
we
it?
would don't do that. But it'd just be funny. Okay, so let's continue. At least, okay. So yeah. So we're still on RT. And granted, RT is actually a good website right now because we have two great news sites that we've been talking about, and for them to arrest 200 illegal immigrants in 5 days, that's actually a good thing. I mean, it's keeping a lot of these people's identities, personally identities that we don't know, away from the streets, especially when we have kids that like Philly said, we don't know what their plans are. We don't know if they're up to no good, and that's the thing. It's you want to, if you want to be here, be legal. Don't be illegal. Like it's if you want to come to America, do it the right way. Do it to the point where this is where you want to live. You want to take the right steps to become a citizen. Don't do it behind America's back because you're already going against America. You don't understand the policies. You don't understand the beliefs. You don't understand the background, the history, and you're coming into this land. Basically, I don't know what your beliefs are. I don't know what you're coming to this nation for. If you're saying a better life, what kind of better life? Because what is your perspective of better life? Is it chasing money, chasing women, chasing crime, chasing underage kids, or I don't personally I don't know, but I just really
That's what Donald talks about.
Yeah,
Other people individually.
and I'm
Because they
glad.
don't know who you are.
Yeah, and that's why I don't understand your agenda. I don't understand why you're here. It'd be nice to know instead of you coming in illegally and we have no documents on you, and it just bugs the crap out of me because you're coming into our nation. You shouldn't even be here from the first of all. If you want to be here, do it the right way. So that's what I believe, making America great again.
There you go. I love that. I love that. I love that passion you have right there.
Yeah, dude,
it's amazing.
it's a fire fueled in me that's just coming out every now and then. That's what we love.
I'm excited. I want to see how many people actually listen to
Yeah,
it.
dude,
And see how many friends that actually I'm like, okay, yeah, I'll listen.
To Philly and to everyone out there, if you guys have any information, link it down on the comments below and we'll look at it. Whatever you guys have, I got to have it. So just letting you guys know.
Right. That is right.
That is right. We could grow strong together, not only as listeners, you guys could help us out as well. So.
And also, remember this. If you guys want to be in the show, go ahead, email us, and then we'll get your information, and it will just be me and you, whatever. and then you guys can join the call, and we can get you on the show as well. If you guys want to get on a certain topic, just feel free to email us or message us on Google Plus or whatever, and just email us.
To all those out of the country, it's gonna be pretty difficult to get you guys on there. So we could possibly do a Skype call maybe, but that's probably the best I can think of right now.
Actually, you know what? One of my buddies of mine, Raul, I think he's always wanted to be on the show, and if possible, he would love to be on the show. He would be very honored, actually. That's one person actually would love to do that.
Oh, nice.
And
Then yeah, get him on.
if he was up right now, I'm pretty sure he would want to Skype you immediately at the moment.
Yeah,
To be honest with you, yeah, he is. He's going to be coming to America, actually.
Okay.
He's going to be coming to America, I think, next year, possibly. So it's going to be good.
Okay, so
Very good.
yeah, no, I'm actually looking forward to that. Anyways, guys, we're gonna take a quick PSA break here in the Info Warriors YouTube channel. So we'll be back right now. This message is brought to you in part by Info Warriors. For we are not fake. We are not CNN.
Go ahead. Go ahead. No, not you. Not you. Your organization's terrible. Your organization's terrible. Let's go. Go ahead. Quiet. Quiet. Go ahead. She's asking a question. Don't be rude. Don't be rude. Don't be rude. No, I'm not going to give you a question. I'm not going to give you a question.
Can you stay categorical?
You are fake news.
Sir, you stay categorical.
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 You are fake news.
Hey, welcome back to Info Warriors YouTube, on the road to podcast, hopefully. So thank you for still tuning in with us, guys. And we have a new article. This is a new website. I've really never really, seen it before. It's newsvalubit.com, VALUBIT. So this is what's coming out of there. It's today's stunned oil prices could cause oil price shock in 2020. So this is coming up. It's a couple years from now, but if you guys feel comfortable right now, enjoy it while it lasts, because this might happen. As oil prices remain unsteady and OPEC continues to make headlines every hour, the world is focused on oil immediate future, as Saudi Arabia announced plans to slash production and move their economy away from oil dependency. Many industries insiders are predicting that now oversaturated markets will reach an equilibrium with the higher commodity prices by 2018, and U.S. shale production will continue to grow along with global demand. Wow. So this is basically based on Saudi Arabia moving away from oil. So they're kind of going a different direction, which it's going to make the oil skyrocket. And then we should see higher commodity prices by 2018. It's saying that I guess the lowest when it's gonna start is 2018, but it's when I'm reading the article right now, it's saying it's gonna start just going higher and higher on grow, like on demand global. So I see this as it's I don't know how to see this. I think 2020 just sounds already bad. Wasn't there didn't you say something about based on, is it 2020 or 2030?
That's the agenda. That's the agenda we talked about.
Okay, so it's totally 2030. Different. Okay. Yeah, of course. But 2020 already looks bad as it is. I mean, we're not even like the decade from 2030 yet, but it just sounds like it's just getting worse and worse.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so, and this is a comment somebody said, I guess it's, I think it's Robert Justin, CEO, one of the biggest political risk consultants, is unconvinced. In a speech made in Associate Eternal Petroleum Negotiators 2017 International Petroleum Summit, Johnston laid out his concerns for the future of oil. This is what he said, and I quote, "What I don't hear people asking is, then what? Are the Saudis gonna maintain these production cuts forever? Or at some point, do they have to start reversing that? I think in 2018 they were reversing those production cuts, he said. So he's believing that they might come back and help, like Saudi might, take away the cuts. But
Well, I think for having a tremendous speech, I think they're going to help us out.
Yeah, I honestly I don't know. It's just, again, why even make the cut now? There's the reason why this article is going on right now, because this
Well,
is
it's really relevant actually at the moment
right.
because he went out there.
Yeah,
Pretty relevant.
yeah. So what I'm thinking is Saudi Arabia announces plans to slash productions and move their economy away from oil dependency. So they're cutting they're slashing production and they're moving their economy from oil dependency. So um my issue is, so they're basically they're already making this move, and to me it's possible they might come back, they might help, or whatever the issue is, but I'm hoping that this country could find other solutions to kind of lower the cost, because it's getting worse and worse every year. It's right now it's by nickels and pennies, but like you said, by 2018 it's just going to get really high in demand. So that's just
2018. What do you mean 2018?
well, it says in 2018 we should start seeing higher prices in production on oil. So it's just going to get worse and worse, but I mean um that just that's basically the start of it, and that's not even the peak. Like, it's gonna just start going higher and higher on the how much you have to pay, since Saudi Arabia is moving out of the way and they're being dependent. Like, they're not gonna announces plans to slash production and move their economy away from oil dependency. So they're moving away from oil dependency. So I'm guessing, I don't know. So they're moving from oil dependency. So I'm guessing they're no longer gonna be dependent. They're gonna be independent.
What, the Saudis?
Yeah, and they're slash production of and move their economy away from oil dependency. So they're not gonna be depending, and meaning that that's how majority of the money is being made towards oil, because everyone's bidding on it. But since Saudi Arabia, which is a high market for oil, they're moving away from that. They're gonna be independent. They're gonna find another way to you know uh, start using other type of ways to be running cars and all that stuff. So somebody's gonna have to pay for that load, and it looks like America might be the people to do it, because we're highly dependent on oil. Like, everyone uses it daily, going somewhere. The buses, the cars, the trains, everything, you name it. Maybe trains.
Yep.
I on maybe so there's gotta. It's just ridiculous that, and we are probably the number one right now that uses a lot of gas overall. I think Europe is the second. I could be wrong, and then it's China. But I think we're number one.
We have to be number one because we always use it all the time.
Yeah, that's what I mean. But I don't know if we're number one. But I know that we were number two to Europe, and it's talking about the whole Europe, like France, Great Britain, Germany, all these nations compared to us, and we're using majority of gas and all that stuff. So it just sounds bad. Like, it sounds cool that we're number one, but in a situation like that, it's still bad that we're number one in something that you shouldn't really be proud of.
Yeah, gas.
Yeah. So that's basically because everyone uses gas now for engines, cars, all that good stuff. So okay, so we're moving on. So we're at the news value bit again. So I'm kind of getting used to this website. So it's spelled VALUBIT. Student allegedly hacks school computer system, changes grades. And do you think this is a good thing, Philly, or you don't like it?
Don't like what?
that student changed his grade. He hacked his grade, and he changed his grade from failing to a good grade.
Wow. I think that there should be a policy to that.
Well,
That's just straight out weird.
it
You
is,
can't
right?
do that.
Yeah.
Nobody.
But okay,
That's
wouldn't
crazy.
wouldn't you be wouldn't they want to give you a good grade for knowing how to hack so well, because it feels like it's kind of difficult to hack a school, especially one that's a university. It's it's right here in like bold letters. A student at the University of Central Florida was arrested on Wednesday after over allegations he hacked into the school grading system, changing a failing grade.
Wow.
Yeah, so to me it's shocking. You sent me this article too. So,
Mhm.
yeah, he basically did it, I'm guessing. I don't know if it's true or not. I mean, they're claiming he did it, so he was arrested. Fox 35 Orlando reports that Sammy Adel Amar. Wow, even his name Amar sounds like it's from overseas, like India or something. So that's what it sounds like. So after an investigation discovered that the student allegedly hacked. Oh, so there was an investigation. Okay, so it is fact. He hacked into the school grading system, changing one of his grades in class from an F to a B. That's not really that bad. I mean, it'd be shocking. You know, it'd be more if you hacked it. What kind of grade would you give yourself, Billy? Let's say you have an F.
I'll give myself at least a B minus.
You know what? I would give myself a D for effort. I would be like, I hacked it, so that should be like a D. When yeah,
That's crazy.
yeah. So
I'll never do that.
it's a barely of a passing grade. Yeah, I don't think I'd want to do that either. I mean, you know, especially at a university. So, but he should get a good grade for knowing how to hack. He's got some hacking skills, this guy. So the professor noticed the discrepancy in the grading system because, according to him, Amar had only completed one assignment the entire semester. Wow, are you kidding me? Yeah, that's a no-no. That's a bad student. The
Yeah,
investigation.
this is also on breadbar.com as well. I'm actually looking at the article.
Oh, you're actually on Breitbart. Cool. So this is
Yeah,
this.
it's on. So it's a legit article.
Okay, cool. Cause I was kind of no, it's an interesting article. I'm actually into the story. I just wish there was more information about it. So let me just go on. The investigation into the grade change began in May. Detectives used records of the IP address. Oh, so see, this is why Philly always tells me change your IP address. Okay, so that is one way they could find you. If they can do that, anyone could do that. That's a part of the system. So I'm gonna change my IP address now. Use, yeah, I'm gonna start doing that. I mean, I'm very determined to change that because I don't feel like,
What did I tell you? What did I tell you about all that? You can.
yeah,
I want to. Yeah, all that stuff, man. When I get my car, bro, like, I'm gonna have all those programs.
that's good. I'm glad you do,
All those
man. Because
programs.
I know I've noticed that you told me that you changed yours from.
I have it on my phone only.
Yeah, it's still good though. All right, let me just continue this. IP address used to access the school grading system to determine which school computer has been used to allegedly alter the grade. Surveillance footage placed Amar and another individual at the computer used to access the server at the approximately time of the hack. A warrant for Amar's arrest was issued on Tuesday. Amar turned himself into the Orange County Jail on Wednesday afternoon. The identity of the second person seen with Amar in surveillance footage is still being investigated. Wow. So, wow. Uh, okay, let me just ask you this question since it's not bringing it up. How long do you think you see him going through prison or jail? How much, like, what do you feel his sentence would be?
Hacking?
Mm-hmm.
I'd say 10 to 15 years.
Oh, really?
For computer, yeah.
Okay, let me look that up real quick. Hacking. How many many years? in prison. I'm already throwing him in prison. I think.
See, this is exactly what we talk about. We talk about stuff like this in general. We talk about stuff that actually needs to be said. Some stuff that are very interesting and so anybody out there, if they're wondering if it's difficult to do all this, all this cool stuff that we have here, it's all about having a voice. I'm on my cell phone actually.
I send you the link right now.
Okay, I got that.
Okay, it's just a penalty on hacking. But go on, tell them what you need to tell them.
Like I was saying, all it is you get yourself some headphones, you go buy yourself a mic, and you get to call your buddy, have a 3-way call, 4-way call, whoever wants to be on the line, get that recorded, go get Audacity, and then, and then start recording. And then also remember, either use Adobe Premiere or Final Cut. Depends on what, either you have a Mac or you have Windows. So.
And it also just another reminder that whatever you feel more comfortable using, on the Adobe Premiere, you could use it on a MacBook or Final Cut Pro or iMovie. It's whatever you feel more comfortable doing. And remember this as a fact as well. YouTube is always free. They won't charge you. So just think about that. While you still have that ability to do some things online for free, I encourage you to do them. And so, okay, so.
Wow, dude, this is some good information.
Yeah, I know. You said how many years?
I said 10 to 15 years.
Okay, so it says someone who hacks into another person's computer could be punished number of different crimes depending on the circumstances. The law punishes hacking under the computer crime statutes. These crimes carry penalty ranging from a Class B misdemeanor, punished up to 6 months in prison, fine up to 1,000 or both, or Class B felony, punishable up to 20 years in prison, a fine up to, okay, so it could be up to 20. That's a long time. The law punishes unauthorized access to a computer network with penalties ranging from a Class B misdemeanor to a Class D felony, punishable up to 5 years in prison, a fine up to 5,000 or both. Okay, but...
Well,
okay.
Speaking of hacking, speaking of all this stuff, we talked about it. We talked about it yesterday. About the what do you call it? They're trying to pass a law where you have actual full security in your home, in your phone or tablet or whatever.
All right. So
speaking of that, we need to actually have either if we don't do that, someone needs to pay the price for taking people's data. Okay, we have a big problem with that. Well, I'm a big supporter on the Fourth Amendment and the First and the Second and every amendment that they have down the Constitution. America needs to be America, not un-America.
Yep.
I'm just saying, it just doesn't make sense to me. But yeah, when I'm reading this, wait a minute, okay. So they need to pay the price if they keep on going on people's stuff. It's ridiculous.
That's true. What was I gonna tell you? It says, look at the computer crimes. If you see that on there, it's like in bold black writing. Look at number 3. International or recklessly disrupts, degrades, or causes disruption on degradation of computer service or cause denial of computer service an authorized user. So it says degrades, so I'm guessing degrading. So I don't know it's not really telling us anything. I guess it's up to the judge to kind of rule him on that. But it's pretty bad, I guess. Me and Philly just looked into this, and it looks like the most, if it's a misdemeanor, he could be facing up to 6 months in prison.
You know what?
Oh,
it should be more than that, dude. It
Well,
should be more than
okay,
that.
well,
It should
well,
be way more than that.
well. I don't think it's a misdemeanor. This guy's an adult. He knows what he's doing. This is possibly a felony. It's like it says it's punishable up to 5 years in prison, and a fine up to 5,000 or both. Oh, so he probably won't face prison time, but he could be fined up to 5,000. But it looks like they took him into custody, so I could see him possibly doing some prison time.
All right.
And I'm kind of happy he turned himself in. Good job on that.
Well, actually, it looks like we have 9 viewers actually in the other show. I'm not joking. We actually have 9 viewers.
Nice. I kind of like that. I like how that we're moving forward. And we're no longer a joke. We used to be a joke. Nah.
We'll see. We'll see about that.
No. I think that Philadelphia is it's a place of joking around and building our chemistry in sports, but InfoWarriors is more of a hot, serious topic that we're really trying to wake the masses, the sheepos. Yeah, I remember you used to say that back in the day.
That's right. That is right, my friend. That's right.
Yeah, before Donald J. Trump was president, you were saying we gotta wake up the sheepos, and I would be like, "What the heck are the sheepos?" And you would kind of school me on that.
You got that right.
But anywho, we're gonna take our third PSA break. We should be back here on the InfoWarriors YouTube. Have you ever felt lied to by the globalists? Have you ever felt like the media has brainwashed you? My thoughts are, you should be open-minded to everything. But that's not the case for them. They want to manipulate and dominate every way of thinking. You're in the right place. InfoWarriors 1630.
Just awfully good that someone with the temperament of Donald Trump is not in charge of the law in our country.
Because you'd be in jail.
Hey, welcome back to InfoWarriors YouTube live streaming. So, this is lobbyists for Google, Facebook trying to stop new online privacy protections. This is again on the new website I'm just barely hearing about, ValueBit, ValueBit.com. So if you ever want to look those up, you could feel free. Lobbyists representing tech firms such as Google and Facebook are fighting against new proposed online privacy protections. Okay, so Ars Technica reports that last week a bill was proposed by Rep. Marshall Blackburn, R10, that would require internet providers and websites to obtain users' content before accessing their web browsing and application usage history for advertising for monitoring purposes. Are you serious? That sounds terrible. Okay, so currently websites and social media companies in the online advertising industry uses self-regulatory mechanisms which let visitors opt out of personalized advertising based on their record browsing history. You know what? That's true though, Philly.
That's right.
Did you notice that? Because I used to look up a lot of stuff on Apple, like iPhones and like stuff on like on Amazon. I would just look up like iPhone chargers and things like that. That would, you know, if I ever decide to buy one, it'd be on there. And when I would go like onto like websites like ESPN, they would have side advertisements on Amazon, and it says iPhone. You know, it would send like, it would show me iPhone chargers that I recently looked at, because I looked at it and I was like, hey, I thought I closed this, and I try to click on it and it sends me to the Amazon website. So they do actually keep history on what you were looking at. They kind of advertise it in advertisements in other websites, which is kind of scary. Feels like somebody's out there watching you.
They watch everybody, dude. It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
I don't even care at this point, but you know what?
Mm-hmm.
At the same time, I do care.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I hope they pass that law.
Well,
that law should have been abolished in 1776.
Yeah.
Should have been there a long time ago.
And go on.
I said it doesn't make sense how the Fourth Amendment is there, and at the same time they're breaking it. Are you serious?
Well, it's that thing where, yeah, it's that thing where they're trying to find loopholes to try to, advertise and kind of spy on us in a sense where they're saying that, they're using history ways, they're looking at stuff, but that's how they're trying to make money all the time is from advertisements. But it's still bad because they're trying to feed us things that we don't need.
Well, first of all, I don't even use Google at all as much. But at the same time, I use DuckDuckGo.com. That's what I use. And they don't advertise anything. But at the same time, if you use a website that tracks, so either way, it's like if you use Amazon or anything like that, it is what it is because everything has cookies, everything. But they need to change that law. If here's the thing. I was going to say, it doesn't make sense how we live in America and we don't follow the laws in America. Like the immigration thing, that should have been abolished a long time ago. And then we have the Fourth Amendment. We have certain things. We have lobbyists, owning this country. Now the lobbyists are doing the internet, but they're not in the White House no more because Donald has put a ban for them for 5 years, so that's why he's doing all the stuff he can do. I don't know if you remember that, but you guys can look that up. Lobbyists are banned for 5 years. So it's just crazy how things are just, the internet is controlled, but not by just the United States.
Mm-hmm.
They're owned by the whole world. You guys can look that up too.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
It is. It's really ridiculous. Let me just start off by finishing this article by letting the listeners know that many lobbyists are attempting to block this new rule. The Internet Association, whose founding members include Google and Facebook, and represent companies such as Amazon, Dropbox, eBay, Microsoft, Netflix, PayPal, Reddit, Spotify, and Twitter, issued a statement yesterday saying this bill has the potential to upend the consumer's experience online and stifle innovation. Policymakers must recognize that websites and apps continue to be under strict FTC privacy enforcement and are not an enforcement gap, unlike other stakeholders in the ecosystem. Lucas Nolan is reporter for Breitbart News covering issues of free speech and online censorship. Follow him on Twitter at Lucas Nolan. That's cool. Okay, so same here. I hope they find a way to block this new rule because I don't want people to start advertising things that I'm looking at on the internet. I mean, I take my time to actually go on Amazon, look at stuff that I want, but when it's coming at me, I'm not gonna want it. It's just gonna get so overrated in my advertisements that I'm just gonna start hating the item itself, the product. It's not making it any better, and it's ruining my privacy. And there should be a way where we have the right to block certain things if they keep doing that. Right, Philly? Are you sleeping, Philly? Philly. Okay, so this happened once again. Philly disappeared for some odd reason. Oh yeah, he just accidentally hung up by accident. So let's see if we could get him back on the show.
Let's see what's, all the articles that we come up with, which there will be more articles when we get back to our radio station at our college, and it's going to be very interesting. This is, we're doing it not for money. We're doing it for people to be warned and to the public to understand that this is what's going on in the world today and what we're living in, and all the battles and all the trials and all the evil doers and all that, all the nonsense that's going on.
It's funny right now because you're being recorded on the radio, and I know you didn't know that, but I put you on there when you started giving out that speech. And it's to all the listeners out there, we're not getting paid for any of this. I haven't received one penny. No, neither has my good friend Philly. We're not doing this for money. We're doing this to alert the people. And this nation was founded by people, we the people. And I just want to remind everyone out there that we're not out here trying to ask for money. We're not out here trying to ask for anything but just justice and liberty for all. And that's where I speak of we Americans. We need to start remembering what our nation is about. It's not about crime. It's about helping one another. It's about creating a better nation for everyone. So, if you feel like that's what you need in this nation, well, that's what it's all about. And I'm tired of not being able to have my family go outside, even my little brother, for that matter, because, I'm afraid of what, crimes could happen towards him. And I love the dear kid. Anything else, Philly, before we end it?
Not so much, man. No, that's it.
All right, guys. Thank you for tuning in to Info Warriors. Today is the 25th. We should have another show hopefully tomorrow. We're gonna keep trying to push this Info Warriors till next semester. When we go back on the radio. So we have so much news. There's always something going on in here in our nation. I would like to say there's always some good stuff, but it's rarely any good. The only man that's trying to do good is in the White House, and we're trying to help him. So there's a few of us, but if we keep getting listeners out there to realize that there's real news out there, then hopefully they'll start waking up. So stay awake and be the resistance, because you're not alone fighting in this battle. You have somewhat of many, and we're out there. Shout out to Alex Jones. Shout out to Donald Trump. Shout out to none other than Mike Pence. I love you guys. And that's it. So, peace out here from Info Warriors YouTube.